It is December 4th. Today we're talking about biblical wisdom in today's daily devotionals in the School for Prophets main channel. Please subscribe if you guys want to. I also do this on my Instagram page, IG, Attila Kakarott. Link is in the description box. Again, it is December 4th. The question of the day is, how can I become wise like Solomon? We are reading from Pastor Doug Batchelor's 365 Amazing Answers to Big Bible Questions. Here we go. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. James 1 and verse 5. One of the most encouraging verses in the Bible on finding help is found in James 1 and verse 5. The Apostle James doesn't limit this promise to a certain group, but says, if any of you lacks wisdom, if any of you lack wisdom. Wait a minute, is that grammarly wrong, babe? If any of you lacks wisdom, but he's addressing a bunch of people. Lacks. Only if he's only addressing one person, that would be lacks. But if he's addressing a bunch of people, that'd be lack. If any of you lack, right? Anyways, if any of you lacks wisdom, so James doesn't limit this to just a certain person or a certain group, but he says if any of you, right? If any of you, so it could be for anybody. Furthermore, when we ask God for help, he writes that the Lord gives liberally and without reproach. God is not only generous in helping us, but he does not express disappointment with such requests. The Lord is delighted when we come seeking his guidance. That's good to hear. That's actually good news. It's also worth taking note that James says, if any of you lacks wisdom. Oh, it's okay. If any of you lacks wisdom, the Greek word for wisdom is Sophia. Sophia, which is more than intellectual knowledge. Sometimes, when looking for help in our lives, we seek for ideas that might only touch the surface of the problem. Wisdom goes deep and provides insight into overlooked factors such as our motives. So it goes straight to the root of the problem, not just the surface of the problem. And that's important because it is if you only take care of the surface of the problem, you still have the root, and roots still grow, right? So if you take out the root completely, there's nothing there there's no problems there that will grow. So anyways, one of my favorite ways to approach a Bible study is to discover Christ in all the Bible. An interesting way Jesus is presented in Scripture is through a connection with wisdom. Christ embodies wisdom. The Apostle Paul describes Jesus as the power of God and the wisdom of God. 1 Corinthians 1 and verse 24. The book of Proverbs regularly speaks of wisdom as a person. Proverbs 1 verse 20, 8 in verse 1, 9 in verses 1 through 5. And so Christ is the source of all wisdom. When seeking God's guidance, take time to search your heart and confess any known sin that might prevent God's blessing. Psalms 66 and verse 18. Think of your motives, says James 4 and verse 3. Have faith that the Lord can lead you, Psalm 32 and verse 8, and seek counsel from godly people, Proverbs 11 and verse 14. Finally, be open to different ways God might be directing you. We call these providences. These are signs or indications of how the Lord could be opening or closing doors. It might be a special Bible verse, a comment from a Christian friend, or an opening pathway. So we again need to ask God for wisdom. That's December 4th, today's daily devotionals. We need to ask God for wisdom because wisdom does not really come from man. Originally, wisdom comes from God and Christ. is that being that will give us wisdom. He's the source of all wisdom. So if you guys want wisdom today, pray for wisdom today. That is what we have for today, December 4th, daily devotionals. If you guys were blessed by this, please like and share, and also subscribe if you are new so that you guys can get notified every time we upload new daily devotionals and new videos, Bible studies, and things like that. And by the way, if you guys haven't watched the Bible prophecy movie yet, From America to Babylon, the link is in the description box. It is $5.99. There's a lot of information in there. You learn about the mark of the beast, who is the beast, the image of the beast, who is the Antichrist, why is the mark of the beast on the forehead or the right hand, what is the seal of God, all kinds of things. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes movie. It's only $5.99, worth the watch. Some people say it was worth the watch. So thank you guys again. Praise God always, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.